All right, so this is where I do my Black History Month retro book. I'm going to do a black superhero.
Okay.
Yeah. The black superhero I'm going to do is Spawn.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to do Rocket Racer. No.
Maybe next week.
But okay, we
All
can do Spawn. I'm down with Spawn.
right. Spawn is a black superhero. Might as well.
Yeah, man. Al
So I'm
Simmons.
doing a very specific issue, Eli. I'm pretty sure you read this one. This is the issue
It's with Cerebus, yeah.
with Cerebus. You remember that issue, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay. I've been wanting to do this book since we started this podcast, Eli. This is one of my favorite comics of all time.
Okay.
Yes, this Cerebus issue.
Well,
Is
take a trip down memory lane then.
It's down memory lane. Like I said, I don't know when the last time you read this book. I read it when it first came out.
Yeah.
And this book has stuck with me,
Back in the 90s.
Back in the 90s. So yeah, we're gonna talk about, for those who know who Cerebus is, maybe I'll explain. Maybe
he's an aardvark. Isn't he an aardvark?
Isn't he like a barbarian aardvark?
He's like he did crossovers with Ninja Turtles.
He did, yeah. He was. I can't remember what his. I think he was like a barbarian or some shit like that.
Yeah, he was like a barbarian aardvark.
Yeah, weird ass comic. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Cerebus.
Actually, we are here to talk about Ninja Turtles.
Actually, we are here to talk about Cerebus because the writer of this story isn't Todd McFarlane. It's Dave Sims who created Cerebus, which is why Cerebus is in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get to it. Cerebus. Okay. The book starts off with two things going on. So it's Spawn on this side, but it's not Spawn on this side. So you got two people telling the story. And the other guy is saying, I'm not Spawn. And he's kind of giving you the whole history of Spawn. If you don't know who Spawn is, go watch the HBO show. It'll tell you. So give you a thing about it. And this guy who is not Spawn telling you, I'm not Spawn because I know stuff Spawn don't know. I know Sam and Twitch, who they are and why they're tracking him. I know how he's going to meet them. I know what's going to happen in the future of this story. I know where the Violet is right now. And the levels of hell that Al Simmons don't know about, I know about all the levels of hell. Every level except one level that I don't know about, level 7.
The McFarlane excess. Just cramming everything into everything.
Right. But like I said, he didn't write this. So yeah. So he's going to, so he decided to, and also like, Spawn has that limited time before he goes back there. Like he going to use a limited portion of his powers. Not this Spawn. This version of Spawn can use powers anytime he wants to. He has unlimited power. So he decides to go to the 7th level of hell and explore it. So he's right there and he just opens it. Yeah. And who does he see? Some people chained up in a row. He's like, okay, who the hell are these people like that? What the fuck? They all just lined up right beneath each other like that. Oh, yeah. And he decides to keep walking in there. And he sees on the left side of those guys, this panel, this is one of the most iconic panels in comic book history. Oh, there, I got to, give me all that. Give me all that. Give me all of that. Okay. So what does this panel mean? I got to explain this panel. On the right side of the panel are the creators of the comics. And on the left side, chained up, is all of the characters they created. Venom, Doctor Doom, Hulk, Shazam, Batman, Wonder Woman, Captain America, Thor, Juggernaut, Flash, The Thing. All these people like that.
Can you zoom
Dr.
in?
Octopus.
Does he name any of those characters?
No, he can't.
Yeah, I'm about to say, but it's McFarlane, and he drew all these characters before. Like when he worked for them.
Right. He drew these characters, right. So,
yeah.
But, no, he doesn't name any of these characters because, legally, Spider-Man's right there. Legally, he can't name these characters.
Doc Ock and all that shit. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. So, Spawn's like, what the hell? So, this is hell. They're in hell right now. So, yeah. And so, Spawn is trying to free all the people in there, like Hulk and Superman and stuff like that. Because remember, he didn't have a limited amount of powers. He can use all of his power. He blasts it. Nothing happens. He's like, what the fuck? I'm using all my power. And nothing happens to it. So all of the people in the cage, all the characters, give Spawn the power. Like, take a power, Spawn. Have our power. You can have it. It's yours. So yeah, and that's when Spawn is like, and that's when he meets the Star Child, the one who came first. We can't say who his name is legally, at least not now. Maybe 10 years from now. Well, maybe 5 years from now we can. So he gives Spawn his power. So Spawn has more power than he's ever had before. And he blasts it again. Nothing. So no matter what he does, he can't free these characters. So, as a matter of fact, he gets an image of the Violator. I didn't get this image. I didn't understand it when I read it when I was younger. But as clear as day what he's doing now. So it's the Violator. And I'm going to blow this panel up again. Violator is giving him an option. All the money in the world or your heart on the other end, which is his soul. And while he's made of money himself, basically he's offering him the same deal that everybody in hell is having. So, yeah, it's like, and we keep going and we keep talking about, so he looking at all the creators over there. And that's when he sees he who came first. And all he says is doomsday. Remember, this is when it happened.
Was this about right? I was gonna say, is this about right when that shit happened?
It's exactly when it happened. Yeah. So, and that's when he is Spawn, and that's when you get Cerebus. He like, let's go. He was like, where we going? I gotta save him.
I like how it turns black and white because Cerebus was in black.
Because Cerebus was black and white. It was a black and white comic, right? Yeah. He was like, you can't save him. There's nothing you can. No matter how much power you have, you can't save these people. But what they're doing is they're putting all their faith and hope into you. So, like, because they're superheroes. Because the thing is, these are all the creators that lined up. They had to sell their soul to when they made these characters. They had to sell them to a big corporation, and that's why they're in hell, because they don't own these characters anymore. But you, on the other hand, Spawn, your creator owns you. My creator owns me. Because at the time when this book was written, Cerebus had the record for the longest running independent comic. Spawn broke it like a few years ago, but yeah. But at the time, it was it. So basically, it's like we don't have to worry about that because we're not trapped. We're not confined like they are. We can do as we want. So it's like, why is this book great? Oh yeah, because you're in my comic. But now let's go to your comic, and we go to this big house, and he sees a big house right here. And who is it? He decides to goes upstairs. He was like, yeah, you got a whole bunch of baseball cards in here, and like Wayne Gretzky stuff and stuff like that. And you got a hot dish. And then he goes up and, he sees his daughter, Cyan. Remember, Spawn had his daughter that he can't get near. And he goes to her and she's just there. She's white, but she's still there. There's a reason. We'll explain that in a second. But yeah. And she like, Dad. He like, Dad. So she's not scared of him, not afraid of him. He just walked to her and pick up his daughter, which is all he ever wanted in the comic. So yeah, he was like, how am I doing this? And he was like, yeah, because your creator didn't sell you. He still owns you. So that's why you can see everything he can see. So yeah. And he just like, she like, her name is Cyan. That's your daughter's name. And he hugs her and like sings to her, stuff like that. It's a beautiful name. And downstairs, his wife, Wanda, is asking for him. And Cerebus is like, well, my job is done. You handle it. And Cerebus just disappears, Oh, he answered the phone because David told him, hey, it's time to come back, man. His creator. So, yeah. So, Spawn, I'm out. My creator's asked before me. Tell Wanda I said hi. And he goes downstairs, and Wanda's just like, baby, I'm home. Are you there? And Spawn's just like, goes downstairs like, yeah, Wanda, I'm coming. So, what's the meaning of that story? I didn't get it until now, but I get it now. Here's the thing. Todd McFarlane's daughter in real life name is Cyan. And his wife in real life is named Wanda, or at least back then. So the character Spawn, like his wife and his daughter, were based on Todd McFarlane's real life. Okay. So that's why he went. So basically, the entire book is not Spawn; it's Todd McFarlane going through the story. Mm-hmm. So that's the story. So
deep, very very Grant Morrison. Like,
yeah, even though Grant Morrison had nothing to do with this, Grant Morrison was like, this give me ideas. So yeah, like I said, the whole thing is metaphysical. This is like one of the first meta comics I ever read. I didn't know that was a concept at the time when I read it. I was like, okay, you got to read between the lines and all stuff like that. So,
I mean, I didn't get it till I read it later on either.
But, like this stuff when you read as young, you're not gonna catch it then. Yeah. But when I started getting the context of it, like, oh, so basically that's why his daughter is scared of because it's his daughter. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
but McFarlane did that a lot. He got like guest writers that first run of Spawn, those first few years. He got like, what's his face, Neil Gaiman. Didn't he create Angela or whatever?
Angela, yeah.
So he got guest writers,
and then had to sue him to get Angela back because Todd McFarlane like, well, she belongs to me now.
Yeah. But he always had guest writers. Where Max was the guy who did the Max and
the Max, Frank Miller,
and then Savage Dragon, and didn't Pitch show up at one point? Dale,
I think so.
Dale
Keough, he just had a whole bunch. a whole bunch of guest writers just lined up like that. So yeah, all kind of Spawn mythos and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, I love the story. 5 out of 5 today. Technically, this is a black book. The funny thing about Spawn, like, why is Spawn black in begin with? The thing is, because it was a joke from Todd McFarlane. That's why.
Right.
Because Todd McFarlane just like, okay, every character I write, why do y'all just assume they're white? Like, when he was writing Spider-Man, like, why you just assume Spider-Man is white? Spider-Man even screwed with somebody, like in one of those books that he was drawing. He was like, why do you think I'm white?
Yeah, because he said, Spider-Man saved somebody, webbed up the criminal, and the guy he saves, like, those damn derogatory racial slur. And Spider-Man, what color do you think I am under this mask? Like,
right. And that's why he was doing Spawn. Like, the second issue of Spawn, when he wrote it, Spawn was a white guy when he wrote it. And then he looked in the mirror, he like, wait a minute, I'm not white. And then he changed, and that's what it was. So it was a whole. So he was just messing with people. He was like, because the story I'm telling, it don't matter what race Spawn is in. The story is gonna be the story regardless.
Yeah.
So that's all. Still a black superhero. Don't care. So yeah. Like I said, 5 out of 5. Love it.
One of the longest running. Yeah. Well, like you said, one of the longest running indie comics.
Now. Well, it is now. It broke the record.
Yeah.
So yeah.